Hello, my friends. Hard things. They're hard, you know, whether it's studying, working out, deep work, focusing on reading, like all these things, we can agree that doing them benefits us, but they are hard. And that's why we don't want to do them. But in this video, I want to share three tips. I believe three tips and also three methods to help you guys make doing hard things easier than, scrolling or whatever. I want to share a little bit of my story related to this. But basically, as a kid, when I was a kid, I got addicted to gaming and porn and also junk food. I was addicted to them until I was about 16 to 17. When I wanted to quit porn and reduce the amount of time I played games, it was extremely hard because my brain was wired to like those easy things, those pleasurable things, like the pleasure from gaming, watching porn or eating junk food, because they were easy and they felt extremely good. But actually sitting down and doing hard things like studying or starting my YouTube channel, which I wanted to start for a long time, was extremely hard, and I didn't feel like doing it at all. Even though I knew that if I did those things, it would be beneficial to me, and I wanted to do those things, right? Especially starting YouTube. But since I was so addicted to instant pleasure, like that fast dopamine, I just couldn't sit down and focus on tasks. And I literally procrastinated for about 2 years before I started my YouTube channel. Then posted one video and didn't post for almost a year. But this past year, I've quit a lot of bad habits, rewired my brain, I guess you could say. And hard things are now way easier than they were back then. And I really do believe that with these steps and these methods that I'm gonna share, they will help you become addicted to doing hard things. Hard things will be way easier than they are now. And I don't know how to call this first step, but get the junk out, or I guess since I mentioned my brain, then rewire your brain. And honestly, I didn't really want to talk about dopamine in this video because it's kind of like a really long topic. But I feel like it's really important, but I won't go into depth about dopamine. I'm not like some scientist. I'm just gonna tell you like really basic explanation of dopamine. But it is basically something your brain produces, and it is responsible for pleasure, motivation, and craving. But there's a problem because there's basically the bad kind of dopamine, and I'm gonna call it fast dopamine, and the good kind. Or in other words, it is the hard things that we do. Now, the bad kind of dopamine is scrolling, playing games for a long time, porn, eating junk food, and that constant stimulation. It gives us pleasure, like a huge spike in pleasure, but then it crashes and we feel tired, groggy, we feel bored, unmotivated, and doing these pleasurable things for a long time and early in the day basically drains your brain, basically like, drains your battery, I guess you could say. And the reason hard things feel hard and you don't want to do them is because your brain is drained, it's empty from all those pleasurable things, and you're just addicted to the bad kind of dopamine. So, an actual step for you guys is to write down all the things that you like doing that give you pleasure, but then leave you feeling drained after. Like, write down this question. Um, what makes me feel good instantly, but leaves me feeling drained after? Now, you don't need to remove 100% of these things, just like 90%. Obviously, things like porn should be removed 100% in my opinion, but like gaming, maybe a little bit of junk food is alright here and there. But like, try and schedule those things. First of all, don't do them early in the morning and then late at night, and try to schedule them like let's say, for example, like between 6 to 7 p.m. Or it's like 6 to 8 p.m. So we have like a set time for like gaming, or like a specific time when you can enjoy some junk food, maybe after a workout. And when you remove most of those pleasurable activities, you will feel less drained, you basically reclaim your dopamine because those pleasurable activities, they drained it, and now you're taking it back so you can then use it and redirect it to doing like hard things, you know? Obviously, it's hard, but remember this: easy choices, hard life, hard choices, easy life. But the thing is, how hard things are is completely up to you. It's up to you if the discomfort from doing hard things are bad or beneficial. And you need to understand that feeling discomfort is necessary. You will always feel it, so it's up to you how you think about it. But basically, remember this: discomfort is necessary. There's always going to be discomfort, and it is supposed to be hard. And that's why it's rewarding. It is supposed to be hard, and that's why many people quit. This mindset, these two phrases help me out a lot. Having a YouTube channel is not easy. It's definitely hard. Not harder than a 9 to 5, of course, but it's hard and it's really discouraging. One of your videos does well, then the other absolutely sucks, I guess you could say. And it's just this constant up and down, like you see a lot of growth, then absolutely no growth, but you know, it's supposed to be hard, right? And that's why many people quit at this point. But I'm not gonna quit, and I'm gonna keep going, you know? Alright. But before I get into some methods, some practical methods that could help you do those hard things, I still want to talk about one more thing that is extremely important, and it is your identity. Now, you probably don't identify yourself as a person who does hard things. So, in order to identify yourself as a person who does hard things, you need to spend time every single day doing hard things to basically build the identity that you are someone who does hard things. And it's important because to change your behavior, you need to change your identity. If you change your identity, like what you think of yourself, then you can change your behavior. But basically, in short, don't focus on doing the hard thing and focus on becoming the type of person who can do that hard thing. If the hard thing for you is working out, then your identity might be becoming an athlete. If your hard thing is studying, then your identity could be becoming a top student. So then, in moments when you lack motivation, ask yourself, what would an athlete do in my situation? What would a top student do right now? What would a type of person that I want to be do right now? Like, try to remind yourself that the reason you want to go to the gym is because you're just an active person. Like, another example, if you think to yourself, oh, I need to read a book to get smarter, then you definitely won't enjoy reading that book. But if you identify as someone who enjoys reading books, then you are way more likely to actually follow through with it. And I'm gonna explain it more a little bit later, but let's actually jump into some methods, some actual practical steps you can take today to help you guys find doing hard things easier. And the first one is the breadcrumb method. I'm not exactly sure where I saw this method, but I saw it somewhere on YouTube. But if I do find it, I will put on the screen. Editor me put this on the screen. Hello guys, Editor Rocky here. So I found the video, it's by Key and Luke. He explains the breadcrumb method in 2 minutes. You should check him out. But you know, maybe after you watch my video, okay? Anyways, let's get back into the video. If you struggle to sit down and do something hard, or like you feel this pressure to do something, and you just can't get yourself to do it because you know that it will take a long time and you know that it will be hard, and you just can't get yourself to do it, then you can use this method. Basically, get yourself a notebook or a piece of paper and write down the habit you want to do. It can be like something like studying or like working on a project, let's say. Like for me, scripting a video, because you know I really struggled. Like it was difficult to start and sit down to work for an hour. So I used this method. I wrote down what I want to do and then drew a little box and you know like a checklist box. And let's say that the box represents 5 minutes of some kind of work. So you draw this box and you start a timer, start working, you know, just 5 minutes. And you have your notebook or a piece of paper next to you. And when you complete those 5 minutes, tick off the box. Like for me as a gamer, it was really fun. It was really rewarding. It was like, I don't know, finding diamonds or completing an achievement in Minecraft. At least when, you know, an achievement was actually something special. Now, it isn't as special as it used to be, of course. But, anyways. And yeah, that just gives me more motivation to continue working, checking off those boxes. It gives me like the sense of pleasure. So I draw another box, check it off, another, check it off. Like a lot of times I just drew like about 10 boxes representing 5 minutes of work, and I work, check it off, I feel great, work 5 minutes more, check it off, and feel even better. And so on, so on. And the reason it works is because it makes us feel good when we do something smaller. Like our brain craves small achievements. Like if I just drew one box that represents an hour, I probably won't be able to do it. I definitely won't be able to do it. So drawing these little boxes that represent 5 or 10 minutes, like these breadcrumbs, really helped me to love doing the hard thing and made it easier. You can also do this with other stuff, like if you want to work out at home, take your notebook and draw a box for one set of push-ups. Do one set and tick it off, and maybe you will feel more motivated to do a little more. If not, well, at least you did one set of push-ups instead of nothing, you know? And you can use this like for every set that you do. It makes working out much easier and also kind of like a video game, you know? Another method that I love and always use is habit bunching. And habit bunching is basically when you pair an existing habit that you're used to doing with a habit that you're trying to work on. Personally, I love tea. I always make tea in the morning. I love the taste of tea, and I always look forward to drinking tea every single time I go get home. I guess you could say I have an addiction, but that's besides the point. And while I drink my tea, I then pair it with another habit. Like for me, when I drink tea, I always work on my scripts or something YouTube related. But you can also pair it with other habits like reading, let's say. And by drinking tea and like reading a book or scripting, I enjoyed those things more and got things done and got used to it. I got used to doing hard things because I already had an existing habit that I loved, so I then paired it with a habit that, I wanted to work on. And you can also use habit bunching for like when you want to work out. Like if you have a playlist that you love and you just can't get enough of, make it a goal to only listen to it while you're at the gym. And this is what made me more consistent to go to the gym as well. Like I have a couple playlists that I absolutely love, and working out while listening to them is just so much more enjoyable, and I look forward to working out. But yeah, once you start using habit bunching, your mindset to the thing you're trying to work on, that hard thing shifts. Like you associate that hard thing with something positive. And soon you will start to like working out because it just makes you feel good. And not because you just need to get jacked. Or, you will enjoy reading because it's relaxing, not because you want to get smart from it. If you already have a habit that you do consistently, bunch it with something that you want to work on. And the third and very similar is to reward yourself. The breadcrumb method is definitely very rewarding. It makes doing hard things easier and more fun. And with habit bunching, the habits you're trying to work on will be more enjoyable and easier to implement into your life because you already have an existing habit and then you pair it with a habit that you want to implement in your life. Holy shit, I'm rambling. But rewarding yourself after doing something hard is also very important so you don't burn out. So whenever you finish working out or studying, reward yourself with like a snack you love, or maybe your favorite show or anime, maybe gaming with your friends. That way, completing the tasks will feel even more fun. It will feel more rewarding, and you will want to do that hard thing again. You associate that hard thing with something more. Like you finish the hard thing, and you get to reward yourself. Oh my god, I'm so bad at R's. I'm so bad at R's in English. Oh my goodness. So guys, I hope this video helped you just a little bit, and thank you for watching. And I'd be very happy if you guys subscribed. I love you guys, and never stop learning.